He wakes to a faint buzzing, like a dying fly trapped inside a light bulb. When he opens his eyes, the clock on his nightstand glows 3:03 a.m. Something urges him toward the door, an instinct, a pressure, like someone whispering just behind his ear. He pulls it open 2 inches. The corridor outside is dim, lit only by a single flickering bulb at the far end. And beneath it, something stands there, tall, thin, featureless. It has no face, no clothes, no details, just a long shadow rising off the floor, shaped almost like a person but stretched wrong, like someone pulled it upward by the skull. He blinks. The bulb flickers once, and the shadow moves, not slowly, not naturally. It simply appears 4 feet closer. Ryan Hale, 24, had moved into the old brick apartment block only 3 weeks earlier. He wasn't afraid of old buildings. He liked the charm, the creaking pipes, the dusty radiators, the drafty windows. The place was cheap and close to work, and his neighbors mostly kept to themselves. Only the corridor bothered him. It was narrow, windowless, with a single bulb at the far end and a warped mirror nailed halfway down the wall. The mirror always reflected the hallway at a strange angle, like it was showing a version of the building from a slightly different time. Ryan didn't think much of it until the first night he noticed the shadow. At 3:03 a.m., he woke suddenly, throat dry, heart racing. He opened his door and saw the hallway empty. Then the bulb buzzed and flickered, and the shadow appeared under it, tall and still. He'd slammed his door, convincing himself it was a trick of the light. But the next night, at exactly 3:03 a.m., he woke again, and the shadow was already waiting. Over the following nights, Ryan tracked its pattern. It never appeared early, it never appeared late. It only showed when the lights flickered, and only moved during the flicker. If the bulb stayed steady, the shadow froze. If it flickered twice, it jumped twice. Impossible, sudden, closer each time, as if it existed only in the gaps between the light. He recorded it once, through the crack in his door. His camera captured the hallway perfectly, but the shadow never appeared on video. Only his eyes could see it. Even worse, a mirror began reflecting it differently. In the hallway, the shadow stood still, but in the mirror, it leaned forward, as if straining toward him. One night, Ryan forced himself to step into the hallway. He needed to prove the thing wasn't real or wasn't dangerous. He moved slowly, hugging the wall, staying far from the mirror. His breath fogged in the corridor despite the warm summer night. Halfway down, the bulb dimmed, flickered. He froze. The shadow jumped closer, now only 20 feet away. Another flicker, 15 feet. Ryan backed away, but the mirror reflection suddenly snapped, capturing him and the shadow in the same frame. In the warped glass, the shadow's limbs looked longer, sharper, reaching, as if the mirror showed what it wanted to do, not what it was doing. He turned to run. The bulb flickered hard, and the shadow appeared 10 feet behind him. He dove into his apartment and slammed the door. The handle rattled once, then silence. The next morning, he told the landlord. The old man's face went pale. "You're on the 4th floor?" he whispered. Ryan nodded. "That hall used to be longer," the landlord muttered. "Before they sealed the end. A tenant disappeared there years ago. People said he used to wander during the blackout hours. After 3 a.m., Ryan's blood ran cold. That night, he left his door locked, but still woke. At 3:03 a.m., he heard the buzzing, the flickering, then something new, a faint tapping on the mirror outside. He stepped closer to the door and listened. Another tap, another, slow, intentional, then a soft scrape, like fingertips dragging across glass. When morning came, Ryan packed and moved out, but he couldn't shake one thought. The shadow never came inside the apartment. It only moved when the lights flickered. All it needed was darkness. So what was the shadow waiting for? And what would have happened the night the bulb finally burned out?